In this guide, I'm going to give you advice on how to beat Kieran. I'm going to give you weaknesses for all his Pokemon and how to take on this champion to, win and become champion yourself. So having a look at one of the first Pokemon that he dropped out in the beginning of the battle, it's Dragonite, which is a dragon flying type Pokemon. This Pokemon has a very, very good high attack stats, got good HP, good defense, good special attack, good special defense. Overall, it's a very good Pokemon. Its biggest weakness, however, is a 4 times weakness to ice type attacks. It's also weak to rock, dragon, and fairy type moves as well. I highly recommend starting out your battle though with an ice type Pokemon in like the front and center. His other starting Pokemon is going to be Politoed, which is a water type Pokemon. It has good HP, good special attack, good special defense. You're going to want to try use physical attacks if you find yourself struggling. In my battle, the Politoed used Helping Hand a lot on the Dragonite. So what I recommend most is trying to take out Dragonite first and then taking out the Politoed. The Politoed is going to be weak to electric and grass type attacks. His next Pokemon that he sent out was Porygon-Z, which is a normal type Pokemon. It has a really good special attack stat. It's got a good speed. You don't want this thing hitting you. It is weak to fighting type moves. If you use fighting, you'll be able to take it out quicker. I recommend taking it out fast before it hits you because it's probably gonna hurt. His next Pokemon is Incineroar, which is a fire dark type Pokemon. Really good Pokemon, good HP, really good attack stat, good defense, good special defense, all round really solid Pokemon. It's a little bit slower than usual, so you'll probably go before it. It is, however, weak to water type attacks, fighting, ground, and rock. His next Pokemon is going to be Grimmsnarl. This is a dark fairy type Pokemon. It's got good HP, very high attack stat, very good special attack stat as well. Its defense and special defense are not so great. Its defense is weaker, though you should be fine hitting on either of those sides. It is weak to poison type attacks, steel type attacks, and fairy type attacks. I recommend taking it out as quickly as you can because it's going to hit you very hard. His final Pokemon is going to be Hydrapple. Now it's going to be a grass and dragon type Pokemon. I know I'm showing Diplin on the screen because Pokemon Database doesn't have Hydrapple just yet. I do know for a fact that its HP is going to be good. It has a good special attack. It's going to be a special attack Pokemon, and it has a good defense. Its other stats are pretty, average. Now, instead of looking at the basic weaknesses that Diplin has, the Kieran used the Fighting Terra type in my battle. So Fighting Terra type has the weakness to flying, psychic, and fairy type moves. So overall, for this entire fight, you're going to want to try stick with fairy moves, fighting moves, ice moves, maybe even some poison and rock, and you should be fine. Now, my strategy that I went into this, I just used 2 Pokemon. I used Baxcalibur and Greninja. I did have a whole party set up just in case, but Baxcalibur is an ice type using Icicle Spear move with the held item Loaded Dice so that he's always going to basically throw 4 or 5 of them, which you've seen in my previous videos if you watched. And I've got Greninja with his hidden ability and a bunch of moves here and the wide lens held item so that he can use Blizzard with a high accuracy. And you can see that ice type move took out Dragonite straight off the bat. And then I used Icicle Spear on Politoed, who is actually going to end up going down to Icicle Spear like right off the first turn. I managed to take out both of them. When his next 2 Pokemon came out, it was Porygon, who I used the Icicle Spear on again, which was able to take on Porygon before Porygon could attack. Remember, Porygon has a really high special attack, so you don't want it hitting you. The whole point of this is try to be faster than Kieran's Pokemon, and you should actually be fine. Grimmsnarl is going to use Reflect, which is going to make it a bit annoying. We do have our Greninja who can use Hydro Pump, which is going to do massive damage to Incineroar and take it out because it is a fire type and water beats fire, and that's gone. And then we're just going to use, Icicle Spear on Hydrapple, which comes out, and we're going to use Blizzard that's going to hit Grimmsnarl and Hydrapple and maybe damage both here. So Hydrapple is not going to be a grass dragon type, like we said. It's going to come out and it's going to terrestrialize into fighting. And when I was doing this in the gameplay, I wasn't aware of this, so it's not going to really take a huge effect to my ice, but it does avoid my Greninja's Blizzard there, which is unfortunate. But Grimmsnarl does go down, and then I just basically queue up a Psychic type move from my Greninja, who with its hidden ability becomes, Psychic type. Every time he uses the move that he's using, he becomes that type, and that brought it down really low. Baxcalibur finished it off with Icicle Spear, and that's how I did it. If you are looking for a foolproof strategy, that's how I did it, but rather focus on their defenses, their weaknesses, and target them specifically as he throws out these Pokemon, and you should be able to do this raid quite easily. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.